Good day everyone, I hope you're all doing fine today. This is me again, Shanna Marie, and for today's video, I'm going to discuss about my utopia. So let's get this started. So this is an activity in the course Contemporary, Popular, and Emergent Literature. But before anything else, let us first define what is utopia. Utopia is defined as a place, a state, or a condition that is ideally perfect in respect of politics, laws, customs, and conditions. So let us have the name of my utopian society first. Mansions over the hilltop. This is because I want everyone to be at the place far from any negativities of the world. I don't want the inhabitants of my utopian society to go with a trend like posting their pictures on social media and having their breast or their legs being showed off. I don't want them to acquire such traits. I want them to be far from those things. And I bet having a home or living over the hilltop will be a great approach. Next will be the Declaration of Independence. There are many things that must be addressed in today's society. People are iniquitous. They tend to rebel against the government. They didn't mind the sacred scriptures anymore. Children also disrespect their parents. They show no obedience to them. These were only some of the reasons why I felt like I need to form a utopian society. I want to stay far from these things. I want everyone to inhabit a perfect place far from negativities in today's world. I want us to live a perfect life and have God in our hearts. Next will be the Utopian Motto. Trust and obey. This motto is all for the goodness and purity of my utopia. In order to achieve the desire of a perfect society, the citizens need to have the heart of obedience to God and to the governing body. They must trust their leaders' plans at all times since it is just for their progress and success. Everyone must learn to trust and obey. I chose Lion as my Utopian Seal because a lion has a firm leadership. He is compassionate, he possesses strength and courage, and he always aims for peace. So next will be the rules of my utopian society. First rule is to love the Lord God. I set this as the first rule since I want everyone to make this as their priority. To love God with all their hearts above all things. Next rule is to love your neighbor as you love yourself. I want every inhabitant of my utopian society to love their neighbor as how they love themselves. This rule is one of the ways to avoid any unnecessary quarrels. Next rule is to honor your parents. I want every resident of my utopian society to honor, to obey, and to respect their parents. They must learn to value the individuals who raised them. Abiding this rule can glorify the Lord God. Next is do not covet. I don't want any resident of my utopian society to desire inordinately what belongs to others. Next rule is do not lie. Of course, who would want to hear lies, right? Don't even dare to start lying, because once you start to lie, it will then become a habit. Next is do not cheat, be it in taking examinations or in a relationship. I highly discourage cheating, for this is not good and will never be good. Next is do not steal. Do not ever take the property of another. God will not be glorified if you will steal. Next rule is do not kill. Do not kill humans. This is a very big mistake. Once you commit this even once, you will face the consequences. Next rule is to observe tidiness at all times. Everyone must learn to observe cleanliness anytime, anywhere. This is to avoid unnecessary diseases. The last rule is to respect all individuals. If you want to be respected, then you must have the respect to everyone. If any inhabitant of my utopian society will commit 3 mistakes or will disobey the rules more than 3 times, he or she will be casted out from a utopian society. This is to maintain peace and harmony in my utopia. Next is the governing body of my utopian society. I want my utopia to be governed by monarchy. Monarch under God's sovereignty. Perfection can indeed be achieved through God's leadership. We will always fall short if we only rely on our own will and desires. This utopia can make just and best decisions through a supreme leader sent by God, a man that is righteous and faithful, that follows the footsteps of Job, who is perfect and an upright man in God's sight. Having this leader will surely lead my utopian society into a peaceful life. So that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Thank you and God bless everyone.